Yo, what is up, YouTube? It's your boy Emmanuel, and I'm actually gonna be doing a little bit of a prediction video here today for y'all. Fix the hair to make me look good. But today I'm gonna be doing a prediction on the Premier League, the Barclays Premier League, which for those that don't follow soccer or just are not a fan of it, it is the English first division of professional soccer, and there's a bunch of teams that are really good in this league. There's the Uniteds, the Cities, the Chelsea, Tottenham, Wolves. Even the mid-level teams are pretty competitive themselves, with like Newcastle, West Ham, just a bunch of clubs in there. And today I'm going to be doing my prediction on who I think is going to win it, where everybody is going to place in the table, and who's going to get regulated at the end of the season. Relegated. Sorry, regulated. I was like, that doesn't sound right. Relegated at the end of the season. And sorry, I just gotta fix the hair. It looks kind of weird there, but let's keep going. So, relegated at the end of the season, and you guys will see here. I do apologize in ahead of time to the fans of the clubs that I do offend, that I do say are gonna finish either lower than what they want or even getting relegated. And those who don't end up winning the title. Like with everything, I'm probably going to be wrong, but without further ado, let's pull it up here and let's see. So I believe, and I know they just barely got into the Premier League this season, Norwich City. I believe Norwich City is going to finish in the last spot, 20th, and I believe they're the first candidate to get relegated. Now, nothing against Norwich City, like I said before, nothing against the players of Norwich. They do have some really young, good players in that team. But I think that Norwich doesn't have enough to keep themselves in the Premier League. I think they're going to be relegated this season. They're going to be one and done. So I think they're going to be going back down. After that, I have Burnley, and I actually don't know much about Burnley, and this might be the bias of me not knowing anything about Burnley, but I think Burnley is going to be placing 19th, and they're going down with Norwich. Now, in that one playoff bracket, so for those who don't know, spot 18 in the Premier League, and I think in other leagues too, that spot doesn't get automatically, brought down to the second division, but they are going to have to play a playoff, like a little playoff thing, where they have to go up against the third best team in the second division of the respective country, right? And when they do, they play 2 games, 2 leg ties, and whoever wins out of those 2 legs is the team that stays on top, and whoever loses is the team that goes back. So even if you're the third place in the second division, you might even still lose to that little playoff matchup, and you might go back down. Or if you're the 18th spot, and you might not get relegated, I can't say that word, Jesus Christ, relegated right away, but you still got the chance to go back up, to stay up, or to go down, So I think Brighton is a team that I'm going to say is going to go down. Oh, I guess not go down, but it's going to be finishing the 18th spot. I don't think they have that good of a team, not that competitive team, even though they are in the Premier League and arguably they are in the best league in the world. So, but I think they're going to be finishing in the 18th spot. Now, moving up ahead a little bit more, I got Brighton just barely missing out. If you guys probably saw their West Ham, we'll just show it, West Ham in 14th. But Brentford, did I say Brighton again? Brentford is going to be that I have them at the 17th spot. I think they just barely came up with Norwich as well this season. Don't quote me on that. I might be wrong. But I think Brentford is going down. Again, they're 1 in, 1 out. I don't think they have a squad to be able to stay up. Actually, they might have already been in the Premier League, because I see Watford right there that I also put in 16th. But I think Brentford barely misses out on the relegation, on that playoff spot, even in the automatic relegation. And I think they stay up just by the skin of their teeth, 16th, I have Watford. I think they come back up. They're successful in staying in the first division. They have a really talented team. I like Joao Pedro. I like Ismail Star, I believe his name is. I like their players. I think they have a good team, a good enough team to stay up in the Premier League. And from coming back, once they were gone and they came back up. I believe even when they were in the Premier League, the first time they were in the Premier League, they actually ended up beating Liverpool in one of their when they were doing that unbeaten run. I think when the whole COVID thing happened. And then I have Leeds United finishing at 15th. Not because I think that they don't have a competitive team. I think they have a great team. Really, you can just switch out Leeds United with West Ham, I believe. They could even go up to like the 13th spot, Leeds United. I think they have a solid club to stay in the Premier League. I don't think they're going to be suffering from much. I just have them down there just because I don't think that they're going to be doing much when it comes to this season. And I mean, again, recency bias. Judging them off the first game they played against United where they lost 5-1, I just think they're going to end up, in 15th, close to that relegation spot, but not quite being relegated. So I think that's what's going to happen. Going up against really stiff competition in the Premier League, I think you're going to be, just in that zone for Leeds United. Nothing against Leeds United, but I think they have a great coach. They have some really good young talent, and I think that they also might, get some good results in the league. But I think that they're going to finish in the bottom half of the league. West Ham, I have finishing in 14th. I haven't seen anything of West Ham getting any good players. And again, don't quote me on that. I am not out here looking up all these Premier League teams and looking what they've done, negotiations or not. But I do think West Ham have a decent team, but not enough to be, in that middle or upper echelon of the Premier League. I think they have just enough to not be in that relegation zone, but they are very close in the 14th. Newcastle United. Newcastle United was a great club back in the day. I remember even in the mid 2000s, late 2000s, they were still a pretty good, decent club. They've been kind of wonky as of late, and they've been kind of going towards like the bottom half of the league table the more I see them. But they're still a great squad. They still have some interesting players in that squad, and I believe that they're not going to be, amazing, but they're not going to be great. They're going to be in that mid table. Lower mid-table, and place 13th. Now I got Aston Villa finishing in 12th. Now the reason, I know a lot of people probably are like, Jack Grealish just left. They just lost their whole team. They just lost their whole franchise right there, I think that they're going to finish because Leon Bailey just came over from, Bayer Leverkusen, I believe. I think that this club with Leon Bailey, I rate Leon Bailey very high, so I think Leon Bailey's gonna be great for them. Whether or not, maybe it's just me. And again, don't take this as this is how it's gonna be, but I think that they have a good enough squad to be placing 12th, a little bit higher mid-table. Crystal Palace, I have finishing 11th. I love Wilfried Zaha. I really Christian Benteke. He's been really bad recently, but I remember back in the day he was actually a really interesting Belgium project player, and if he would have panned out, him and Lukaku on that front line would have been deadly. But it's not here nor there. I think Crystal Palace finishes just 11th. I think Wilfried Zaha pulls something out of his hat, and this is only if Wilfried Zaha stays. Now, Wilfried Zaha leaves. I've heard recently Arsenal are the favorites to sign him, and he wants to leave, and he's been wanting to leave for a while now. If he ends up leaving, I see Crystal Palace even dropping to where Watford is, to be honest, and going to 16th. I don't think they have much talent on that squad, and I think they need to, strengthen that squad a lot more. Southampton, I think they have a decent squad. They are one of the stronger mid-table teams, I believe, at least in my view. They always have great players that are coming out of there, and I think they have a decent squad to this season to at least be in that middle of the pack, finishing them 10th. Everton, you can see I got Wolves. Everton and Wolves to me are really exchangeable. Wolves, I believe, just have a bit better squad because of all that Portuguese talent they have in them. I know Everton has James Rodriguez, and James Rodriguez has been great for them. I think they also have Alan. I think Everton, and you can change them in and out. Everton will place anywhere from 7th to 10th, But I have Everton 9th just because James might leave. Might be going to AC Milan, Forza Milan. For you guys who don't know, I'm an AC Milan fan. But I think Everton finishes 9th. I think Wolves finishes 8th. Maybe even, like I said, Wolves can finish. I can see them finishing from anywhere from 6th to 8th. But I have Wolves 8th. I don't think they've strengthened their squad much more than what they already had. Raul Jimenez is coming back, so maybe Raul Jimenez will be giving them more of a puncher's chance out there in the Premier League. But he has coming off almost about a year of him sitting out just because of what I think he had seizure or whatever. Something happened to him that was very traumatic. He got hit in the head, and he was like very close, close call there. I remember people were very shocked and very scared for him. But as of right now, I have them finishing in 8th. As you can see, I have Arsenal finishing in 7th. Now, I have Arsenal finishing in 7th just because they have their coach Mikel Arteta. I am not a fan of Mikel Arteta. I think Mikel Arteta should be sacked today. And they lost to Brentford in the first match. I think they have a great squad. They have really good young players. They just bought Nino Tavares. They have actually just announced the signing, I think, of Martin Odegaard, who I think is a great player that's really bad on Real Madrid for letting him go. I think Real Madrid, with all the switches that have been going through, they should really let the young talent in and play at least the season, see what they can get out of the young talent, and then maybe the next season when they can get their financial stuff back up, maybe see if they can buy better players. I know they want Mbappe, I know they want Haaland, so that's what I think. But I think even with Martin Odegaard, I think that they still finish 7th. That's only if they keep Mikel Arteta at the helm. Now, if Mikel Arteta goes, I can see Arsenal finishing in those top 4 spots, maybe in 5th EuroLeague. I have Leicester City finishing in 6th, and that's because I love Jurgi Tielemans, I love Ndidi, and I love Jimmy Vardy. And I am pretty high on them. I think they're just missing out of that 5th spot. And the only reason is, and you'll see a little bit here ahead in the video why, but I think that Leicester could finish even in that 6th spot, maybe even in the 4th spot. Leicester has a great club, really competitive, and I can see them finishing with, interchanging with those. But right now I have them sitting in 6th, and I think that's how it's going to be. Finishing in that 1 Euro spot, I have Tottenham Hotspurs. Yes, I know. Harry Kane might be leaving the club and might be going to Manchester City, and as of right now, he's still at Tottenham, I think. But I think that the Man City thing is a done deal, to be honest. He sat out their first game. They're not coming to practice. He wants out, and I know people are going to be like, "Oh, how are we going to place 5th?" I'll tell you why. I think Tottenham, him leaving, is actually going to be better for the other players around him. They're not going to be so reliant on their golden boot goal scorer, Harry Kane. I think they're going to be able to develop more as themselves. Song is still staying. I think Song's a great player, and he actually scored the first goal against Man City to shock them in that 1 win. And I think Tottenham is just going to have enough to sneak into that Eurocopa qualifying spot. And I think that they're going to step up. A lot of the players are going to step up for them. I know they lost a lot of players, but I think they're coming, and I think they're going to be great. Now, I know this is shocking. I have Liverpool finishing in 4th. Yes, Liverpool are great. They have a great squad. They haven't changed much. They haven't lost anybody. I believe Van Dijk is coming back. I believe what is his name? Gomez. I forget his name, but I think his last name is Gomez. That's coming back. The center back partnership is back. I know that they signed Ibra Kanate, and I know that they're very high on him. But they didn't buy anybody in the front line, and I think they really need to get a decent backup striker. I think Shaqiri is being let down by club and his style of play. I think they should buy a backup striker. Maybe not an expensive one to back up Firmino, but maybe a young one, decent one. Tom Abraham is going to Rome. I think he should be going to Liverpool. I think Liverpool just drops out of the top 3 just because, yes, they have a solid squad. Yes, they're all coming back from injury. They haven't lost anybody important, but I think the teams around them have done a lot better while as they have stagnated and improved minimally. So I think they finish on. Now, I have Chelsea finishing off in 3rd, and I know people are going to be saying Romelu Lukaku just signed with them. Romelu Lukaku is a great scorer. Romelu Lukaku is back in the Premier League. Romelu Lukaku is going to destroy the Premier League, and I believe he is. I don't see why he wouldn't, But I think Romelu Lukaku is a great player. He was really good for Inter. Believe me as an AC Milan fan, I know how good Lukaku can be. But I think Chelsea haven't done what they needed to do in order to win the league title. And yes, I know Lukaku's a great improvement on Timo Werner, even though I think Timo Werner, second season in the Premier League, he should be even better. They might even get Timo Werner. I'm high on Timo Werner still to this day. I think Timo Werner's a great forward, great striker. He I think that they have a great coach. I'm blanking on his name right now. I don't know why, but they have a great coach. I know they have a great squad, but I don't think they're better than the top two teams that I have. And I know this might trigger some Chelsea fans, and I'm sorry. Nothing against Chelsea, but I just see them finishing in the 3. I can see them finishing second too. The same thing with Liverpool. I can see Liverpool even taking the league. But right now I have Liverpool in 4th. I'm sticking to it. I'm sticking to putting Chelsea in 3rd. And I'm going to say Man City is going to finish in 2nd. Yes, I know. They just got Grealish. They're probably getting Harry Kane. As of right now, this video, if Kane signs with them, right now he hasn't signed with them. Right now they have Sterling on him. But if Kane signs with them, I'm still sticking to them being in 2nd. And I think they're a great squad. I think Pep Guardiola is a great coach, but I don't think they want the league as much as they want the Champions League. So they're not going to be as concentrated in the league. I think they're going to be more concentrated on the Champions League. They really want, KVB really wants that Champions League trophy, and so does Guardiola, and we all know it. I can see them winning the Champions League, especially after losing to Chelsea when they took them so long to get the Champions League final. But I think that Man City finishes in 2nd just because they're going to put more emphasis on the Champions League than the actual league. And I think they're still probably the best team in the league. But I think this next club, and you all know who it is, I think this next club is going to be going full throttle for the league. Even if Paul Pogba leaves to PSG, which I doubt he will because of the whole Messi thing, and they now need to, fix their wage bill or whatever. But yes, that means that Manchester United is coming back to Manchester, and not City, but to United. It's going back to Old Trafford, I think. And I think that Manchester United are going to finish up in 1st place, win the league title. And I think Manchester is going to be league title holders at the end of the season. Now, I know they got Sancho. I know they got Varane. Those 2 key pieces, I think they were all they were missing. They were 2nd in the league. I know there was a big point differential between them and City, but I think United are going to win the league title this year. Come on, United, let's bring it back to Old Trafford. Let's do Sir Alex Ferguson proud, and let's bring it back. I'm not a United fan. I know I'm saying, come on, let's do it, but I'm not a United fan. I just like United. You know what I mean? Not a fan. I'm an AC Milan fan. I love AC Milan, Real Madrid as well. But now I wanted to see what this one website that predicts the Premier League, how many differences we have and how many things I think that we can be correct on. And judging by their league table, they got Norwich finishing last. So as you can see right here, I have Norwich finishing last too. They have Crystal Palace finishing in 2nd to last. I had Crystal Palace still staying up in 11th. So I got them pretty high compared to them, right? And this website is projected favorability.com. So they have Watford finishing in the 17th spot. I have Brentford. I have Watford just 1 spot ahead, so we kind of agree on that. That's 2 that we agree on. They have Burnley finishing in that one. Was that 16th spot? Yeah, 16th spot, and I have Watford finishing there. So we kind of agree on the bottom half of the league. We kind of both say that they're there. Now this is the shocker right here. They have Southampton finishing off very low. They have them in the 15th spot. I have Leeds United there. I have Southampton in 10th. So it's almost 5 spots that we have a different need. So that's a very big difference between me and them. Apparently they don't rate Southampton very high. Then they have Newcastle finishing off in the 14th spot, where I have West Ham finishing up there, but I have Newcastle in 13th, so very close, very close. Then they have Brentford, which I had Brentford lower. They have Wolves in that 12th spot, which I had Aston Villa, and I have Wolves actually finishing at 8th. Then they have Aston Villa, which is kind of close. Then they have Leeds United, and I actually had Crystal Palace in that spot. No, I had Southampton in that spot. Everton and Brentford finishing off in these kind of spots. So Everton, I don't have Brentford very high. I don't rate Brentford, but apparently they do. What place do they have Arsenal sitting at? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry guys, I can't do math. 6. 13, 14, 15. So they have them in 5th, if I'm correct, because they have Tottenham, in 4th, and then Man United in 4th. So they have them in 6th. So I would literally just have Leicester and Arsenal flipped on each of ours, you know. So it's crazy that it's been that close. I think we both agree that they're almost around the same with these two clubs. Now they have Manchester United sit in 4th. I think that's blasphemous. I think Manchester United should be in the top 3, but I can see why, because they just bought Lukaku. Chelsea, they're trying to give Liverpool, you know, the benefit of being such a dominant club, especially for 2 seasons, and they haven't lost anybody important to their whole scheme of things. They are a little bit older though, so I would say dig on that. And then they have Man City finishing with 91 points? Yeah, I don't see them winning it again. Not because they're not a great squad, but I just don't see them winning it because I think they won the Champions League. They're done winning the league for a little bit, not forever, but just for a little bit. So very kind of similar standing. That's my prediction for the Premier League. I know some of these clubs are very different, like Southampton. They have them way down there, and I have them in 10 to 5 spots of difference. But the top 4 are pretty much the same. They're interchangeable. They basically just took United, put it in Liverpool's spot. Then they put Liverpool in Man City, and Man City first, and then Chelsea. So Tottenham right below, and then these two are flipped. So I mean, we'll see what happens. We're probably both gonna be wrong. Me and this one site that predicts everything. But we'll see, man. We'll see. Champions League qualifiers. Yep. And then winning the league title. So I think Manchester United should be higher. I'll see you guys. Leave your thoughts down in the comments. And if you like the video, please subscribe. I actually am planning to do La Liga up next. I know that I'm a little bit late to this kind of videos because especially the leagues have already started. But we're going to do La Liga, maybe in Serie A, maybe in the Bundesliga. We all know who's going to win the Bundesliga. But we'll see. Especially La Liga should be interesting. We'll see what my thoughts are on that. But please subscribe. Leave a thumbs up if you liked the video. Leave a thumbs down if you didn't like the video. Leave some comments, share, subscribe. You know, follow your boy for some more. We'll see you there.